I think the Prime Minister's visit, in some sense, catalyzes the urgency for us to do more things. But, I think this is a re-emphasis of something that's always been important.
Sridhar, I'm going to ask you to be a little candid here. Is winning in India all the more crucial because, you haven't been able to crack China? And for obvious reasons, that market has still not opened up. Is winning in India all the more crucial because our neighbors are not willing to open up just yet?
The positive side of this is India is a big market that is that a lot of us relate to.
Right.
Many in the management team are Indians. We see the huge opportunity. We see the openness and we see the competition. So all of that makes it very, very attractive. It's an area where we can have big impact, and we want to challenge ourselves to do it.
As the head of the whole ad space, how do you see the trends in ad and the commerce space evolve going forward? And what sort of a role is machine learning really going to play in all of this? Or is beginning to play already?
So machine learning has been a fundamental part of ads pretty much from the very beginning.
That's right.
So everything that we do with respect to auctions and pricing has always been based on machine learning. So we are very proud of our machine learning roots going back to more than a decade. The thing that dominates my thinking when it comes to ads and the future is how does mobile influence it? And it influences it in many ways. But the most fundamental of it is driven by the fact that when you want something or when I want something, we reach for our phones and type up the query or ask the query.
That's right.
That drives it. We call these micro moments when you actually have a need, when you want to do something, buy something, go somewhere. So we see a lot of that. There are other trends like how much YouTube consumption that there is. So that's led to the development of our brand business. And of course the rise of apps. We did ads in Play Search recently. So I think all of these are great, big, new opportunities for us. And when you make a lot of money and you want to keep growing, so we need to be developing all these new opportunities. That's what I spend a lot of time on.
The digital space in India has been difficult to monetize, but the experience for Google has been very different. I'm sure your competition would want to know what has been the key to your success in that space, particularly in India, because not many people have been able to crack that space really.
We are a consumer-focused company. We genuinely believe that if you create the best products, whether it is search or whether it is Android, you will get scale and success. I start with that mentality every single time. I run ads, but I always start with, is this what the user wants? I think having that clarity of thinking really helps drive a lot of success for our products.
The e-commerce space in India is really booming, and there are all kinds of e-commerce sites, and everybody seems to just buying stuff online in India now. Right. Is Google really the real winner out there? Because, some reports seem to suggest that your ad revenue, because thanks to these e-commerce sites, have crossed that $1 billion mark. Are we close to that guessing game? And just to ask you that question, is Google really the big winner here?
Google has a role to play whenever there are multiple sources for something, and really consumers want a free and objective way, for a voice to be heard. Google's certainly happy to be that voice, and we all benefit whenever there's competition. I think consumers benefit enormously because of all the things that are happening with e-commerce in India, and that fuels our success as well. I won't comment on the specifics of the numbers, but I think, again, it's an exciting place with a lot of competition, which is good for the consumers. And I think that's the top line message that there is.
Two quick last questions to you. The online advertising space, everybody's been talking about it. Some markets have really grown with that. Is it finally coming of age in India, so to say? You did say that, yes, the market is growing and you're a consumer-focused company.
The market is growing tremendously on multiple fronts. It's growing in search. It's growing in the development of things like the Indic web. Video consumption is exploding. Smartphone usage is exploding. I think it has actually come of age already, but you'll see wave after wave, just like Silicon Valley did not stop in the 2000s.
That's right.
I think you're going to see many waves of this revolution coming.
Sridhar, before I let you go, my last question really is, you spoke at your alma mater, IIT Madras, very recently, and you said you want to give back. In what form and in what kind of space are you looking to give back to India in terms of education, in terms of investments? Are we going to be seeing an angel investor in the making? I mean, what is really your plan over there?
Yeah, I am a passionate believer in education. For example, I would not be where I am today if not for the amazing education that I got both in Bangalore, where I went to high school,
That's right.
and also in Chennai, where I, of course, went to IIT Madras. So a lot of it, right now, I'm working on things like our alumni fund, but longer term, we want to make sure that IIT Madras has amazing faculty. We've had several conversations about how do we attract more talent there. So a lot of what I want to do is around things like faculty development.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.